The following interview has been pre-recorded to protect myself as well as the interviewee. Any opinions shared by the interviewee may not reflect my opinions. Thank you, and enjoy the interview. Tonight's guest is my newest mod, someone who I've just gotten to know recently. Please welcome Weluvhotdogs to the show. How are you doing?
Hey everybody! Oh, living the dream, baby. How about
Look
yourself?
at that. I'm doing great. I was outside way too long and I was unaware of this whole Canadian wildfire thing that's happening. So the air quality up here is very poor. So like throbbing headache
Rat.
most of the day. Yeah, but I'm good now. I'm ready for this.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
Awesome. So like right off the bat, so first let's talk about like Madden Mobile. So like what got you into Madden Mobile in the first place? How long have you been playing?
So I'm new. I've been at it 7 months now. I downloaded it during Christmas when I saw a play. I don't remember if it was on Instagram or where it was, but I was like, "Yo, this is how they do Madden on the phone." Like, I didn't realize like this. I was a this gameplay is not far off of what 2015's Madden was, and this is everywhere you go. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna dabble in it, see what we can do, and then got in a cool league, and it hooked me, man. I got a cool commissioner that we're friends now, and yeah, so
And
it's been
that's an
about seven
outstanding
months.
segue. So you're in the Tides network, correct?
Correct,
And
correct.
so you're the first person that I believe I've had from Tides on the show. So that's a bonus there because like I try to when I pick guests, like I don't want to just go from one network and just pick everyone from it. Like I try to get like nice, like broad, like Madden verse of leagues. So like why don't you tell me about Tides?
Yeah, so Tides, I got in it pure luck. I was trying to get in the best tiered league as I could. Tides had an opening. They taught me about Discord. I downloaded Discord for the first time, got into it, realized like, oh my gosh, these guys are serious. They got Excel charts, they've got offensive strategy, defensive strategy, they've got all the updates that you need, everything you could think of
Yeah.
in this Discord. And I was like, this is cool. And then another thing that like has kept me around, I did venture out into a couple other ones whenever I was in the lowest of the. They've got 3 leagues in there. When I was in the lowest, I was the top ranked. I felt like I wasn't moving up quick enough, or really at all. So I took my talents elsewhere. Realized I was like, oh man, those are a bunch of good guys. So went back. They did put me in the top one. Thankfully, there was an opening there, as luck would have it. And yeah, now Alan Tides, who runs it, is a good friend. Figured out recently that he is the audio guy for his church, so hopefully gonna do a little swaparooski. I sent him a controller to play Madden Mobile with, and he's gonna do me some audio testing for the stream coming up. So yeah, dude, and just a good guy, just
Oh,
a real
that's
good
really
guy.
cool.
So
And it's Tides, it's Rising Tides. What's the third one?
Riptides.
There we go. Thank you. Sorry. Like I'm somewhat familiar with them just from like league recruiting. I couldn't remember what the third one was.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah, they've got 3 going. We're probably gonna add a 4th for Madden Mobile 24. I kind of want to do my own hot dogs one, but they run it so well. I want to just like do a branch off where we can have some of the followers. I know I have a couple followers that don't have a good league to get in yet, so looking to add a 4th one going into Madden 24.
And is that going to be like a casual one? Are you still going to be competitive with that, or haven't you decided
Schmedium. We'll go half
yet? Fair
casual,
enough.
half. I mean, if we'll probably not do a bench spot. Just keep it, that casual, but also competitive enough where maybe if it's hard to say. I would prefer it to be the top one. I
Yep.
know that's selfish of me to think, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes and kind of get the feel of everybody. If everyone's serious about it, we'll make sure and get the right intel for everyone. But if everyone's casual about it, I'm cool with that too, man.
Yeah,
So,
that's really cool. That's really cool. Before we dive into the other part of it, so like, why don't we talk about the game, and then we'll talk about what you do outside of the game then as well. So, what have you enjoyed about? So, like, you don't really have a frame of reference for like how Madden Mobile 22 was or anything like that because you're new to the
right.
game. So, like, have you enjoyed Madden 23 thus far?
Dude, all smiles, all smiles. What I was really confused about is all the complaining about like 2 updates ago and the last update when they took the run game away from us. And I was like, dude, this is great. Like I had all these cheese plays and I was hanging 24, 22, 20 on a bad day in LVL. And then, now I have to relearn the game, find the new money plays and everything like that. So I didn't mind the update. I quit running the ball, changed playbooks, went to the long pass instead of the run game, and I've enjoyed it, man. It's been all smiles. Not only the game, but dude, the community. The community's here, and that's something that I wasn't expecting when I downloaded it, but it's been a real treat.
Yeah, and the community is fantastic. And I said this before, and before your time. So like, Madden Mobile 22 wasn't necessarily well received, and we lost a lot of people from the community in the process. But like, I feel like the survivors kind of like stuck together and became stronger as a result of it because like I don't remember, like I was more of a lurker in the community. Like I tuned into streams, I didn't really talk or anything like that. But like I remember that there was still a lot of like toxicity and this and that, and I feel like those survivors have kind of bonded together and like we made it, and like it's a
Yeah.
much stronger community as a result of it.
Yeah, and
But
like EA's positive play, like they're
yeah,
they're programming you to be a better person, like the in racism in the end zone, all that stuff. It's like, dude, they're up to something bigger than I first realized, and that's something I can get behind.
yeah,
That's something that like, I mean, wasn't the reason I wanted to stream, but whenever I started doing your pros and cons of the of picking this game to stream, I was like, dude, this is, and I played EA Sports since since the first PlayStation I ever had. So, I mean, it's just been a true blessing that I found Madden Mobile and the community and everything. So yeah,
and it's a great point. Like when we did go through that first gameplay change that made running kind of useless, there was a lot like you kind of fall into like a LVL script. And like
hmm
you had your plays, like you have your two or
dude,
three like bailout plays for like if you get into a bad situation. But like for me personally, like I really expanded the usage of my plays and like being able to kind of nail down like what the reads were and this and that, because like right off the bat this year, like you get into a habit and like it stuck up until that change. So like that was a plus at the very least, that we got to see more of the playbook, I think.
yeah, dude, I totally agree, man. Like the the LVL got redundant where I knew I was gonna go. What was the first play? I would always go tackle left, and then I would hit the sweep, halfback sweep right, and then I would sweep back the other way, or do the toss mountain, and then like it was just like every play I knew what I was gonna do.
Yep.
Um, and now it's just, I mean, it's more of a gamble, and I love it. Other thing that's been really cool is since I've been watching Carlton's streams, I can see who all the top players are through the Madden tournament that he does,
Hmm.
which is so sick. I don't know how he pulls that off, but that just blows my mind after learning how to stream that he can pull that off. But anyways, I noticed that one of my moderators, Jared, was in the top three, two or three. So Jared helps me call plays, which is so cool. And I go into my chat, and I mean everyone that's in the chat is pretty good ball player, and they've helped me learn new plays, and it's been a great time.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Is there anything that you haven't enjoyed this year, like in game?
In game. Yesterday, my level 9 bow fumbled in LDL,
Oh,
but no, dude, there's really not. I mean, even that, it's like, dude, it's a game. Like,
yeah,
come on, it's supposed to be random and have random hiccups like that. It's like you're gonna whine about that bow fumble, but when Randy Moss picks up the fumble and returns it for a touchdown, you're not complaining. So,
yeah.
yeah. I will say one thing I would really like is better rewards at the end of the field pass, because whenever I'm hitting my grind and I finally get that iconic or it might be foil at the end of the field pass, you know
Yep.
what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Those last couple of packs, I'm like, yo, and I've come to appreciate it kind of because I realize I don't have to do the daily grind. I realize like that's just like my last couple days of the month. I can take it easy, and not have to worry about that grind. But yeah, dude, if it was up to me, I would change the end of the field pass, and I would like to see where you could flip the run to either side. I understand audibling is a whole another monster for a mobile game, but remember on console where you could flip
Yep.
some running plays, and I think that would be money,
Yep.
especially on that 0-1 trap play. Like, come on,
Yeah.
there be EA watching this.
Yeah, as long like on console, as long as like halfback is behind you, you can go either direction. Like obviously, if it's like a shotgun and he's right beside you, you kind of stuck with it. But like that's a great point. That's a really great point. That if we don't
Yeah.
get audibles, at least be able to flip the play at the line.
Why not? If they don't, I don't blame them either. I can't imagine, as hard as streaming is, I can't imagine developing a video game, which I would like to see someday. That'd be so cool.
Yep.
To get to visit EA and see the masterminds behind it all, show my appreciation towards them.
So, besides that, is there anything you'd want to see in Madden Mobile 24 that currently isn't in game?
Oh, I would love to see Weluvhotdogs give away in-game content. No, those two things really just the being able to switch, and if you're answering wishes EA, an audible would be great. Other than that, I'm a happy camper.
That's awesome, and like I think it's like really from the people that have started in 23 that I've interviewed, like it's a very different, I think, perception of the game versus people who have played for years, because there could have been something in Madden Mobile 20. Like for me, Madden Mobile 20 was one of my favorites that I played. And there was stuff that's not in game now that was in there then. So like people will always gravitate towards whether it's the good old days or whether it's actually was like legitimately something that the game should have now. They'll always
Right.
gravitate back and be like, I miss that. Versus like you right now, like you won't become jaded for another couple of years.
Yeah, I will say the Ultimate Team on FIFA, Madden, all the console games, the Ultimate Team there with the auction house is really cool. I like the auction house idea. I don't like the coin scammers.
Yeah.
That's annoying, and I think I have a solution for it.
Oh, well, we're here. Let's
But
go. Oh.
EA, reach out. Come on, cliffhanger. It's simple too.
It's top
really
secret.
simple.
Well, hey,
Yeah, it'll
well,
be a top secret.
okay.
I'll release it maybe in our next interview if EA reaches out and green lights it.
that's really cool. That's really cool. So let's talk about that. So, you are streaming on Twitch. You've been doing this for probably a couple months now, right? 3 months?
2 months.
2 months. There we
got monetized at the 1st of May, and it was April Fool's Day whenever I started my career. So
That's
it was
awesome.
actually a couple days before that, but the first time you heard my voice, I'm pretty sure it was on April. Ah,
There we go.
sorry about
That's
sorry
okay.
about that. I
You're back.
disconnected. I'm on shoddy North Texas Wi-Fi.
It's all
Luckily,
good.
where I'm moving to on Friday has double the internet speed and upload speed, so hopefully it'll be a thing in the past. But for now, I'm having a couple disconnections, which is a real rat sandwich for a streamer. But hey, you gotta roll with the punches, baby.
Exactly. It's all good. So, and like I'm gonna be I'll be able to remember your stream anniversary because it's 2 days after mine because I was March 30th. So
Cool.
I always remember like hot dogs is coming up right after that. So what do you do on stream? So like there's like a cool component that I hope that you bring up about like the cards and such. But why don't you let us know?
Yeah, so I little rewind. What I really liked growing up was marble racing, baby. We made the marble tracks, had the little things. It was the only toy we had besides Lincoln Logs at my grandma's. And Lincoln Logs are cool, but the marbles for me were just so cool.
Yep.
And then on top of that, love Madden. Got way too into trading cards during COVID. So those three things were simmering, and I came up with the concept of a head-to-head contest where if you predict the right score between me and my opponent, so 0 to 48, you put it in the chat, and you get it right, you win a trading card off of my trading card wall. That's what Marquise, my fiance, runs. She runs the trading cards, and so if there's a tie, we take it to the marble race, and whoever wins the marble race gets a card, as well as whoever guessed right. Like the last one had like 6 different people guess 30. That was oh, I think I went out.
Yeah, you're
So
all good.
out of 30, or out of the 6, whoever guessed the correct score, no, that's not right. Whoever got highest ranked in marbles gets the win off the trading card wall. And then we have an Instagram that shows everyone's winnings. That way everyone can go through everyone's winnings and make trades. So it's actually trading cards that I have all the cards for, and then every 2 weeks we ship them all out unless you want a banked card. And the banked card is every follower gets one, every subscriber gets one for each month they follow. So if you know there's a cool card in your pile but you don't really care about it and you know it'll be good trading material, you'll bank that card, and then moving forward, you know, the next week, say that rookie card of your favorite player hits, hey, you got ammo to try and trade with. So
And that's, it's like, this is something that, so like last summer, I got into like the marbles community, and I realized that there was this huge community and like streamers out there of that. And because of you and Dustin doing like, you guys are doing a lot with like cards, I've realized that like Twitch has like, this is like a whole area of content that I was not aware of until you guys started doing it. I'm like, I wonder who else does this, and like there's like a category for it. I had no idea.
ooh, huge category. The pack breaks. I mean, and I'm learning too. I mean, like you can buy an NFL team on a box, and you know if anyone in that team gets pulled, you get that card. That's, you know, a cheap way to get a really sick card. There's that. There's tons of giveaways here and there, and it's really interesting too. I mean, like with everyone talking about inflation and everything, recession and everything like that, hard assets store value, so trading cards could save the day someday.
It's true. Hey, it's true.
I'm not banking on it, and you shouldn't either, y'all watching this. But hey, for a rainy day, hold on tight to those rookie cards.
Yeah, it's a tangible item that you can just store away, and you know, like who knows, in 20 years, maybe the Bryce Young card that you banked will be worth it. Who knows?
Perfect. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like I wanted to touch on one thing. So like your fiance is always in stream, which I think is really cool. Like my wife doesn't watch any of my streams live or anything like that, but like I'm assuming that she's completely supportive of this, and like she enjoys like the vibe and what have you.
Yeah, so funny story. April 1st, we were at Pawpaw's driving home, and I could feel the vibes from her. She was like, you are about to turn 30 years old, and this is whenever you think you're going to start your video game career? Like, are you kidding me? What am I getting into here? And I go, babe, give me 30 days of absolute positivity, and if I'm wrong, we will throw the biggest I told you so party of all time for you. I mean, we'll spare nothing here. And so, luckily, on the 29th day, your boy gets monetized. That might have
You
been
cut it close,
the
but you got
influence.
it.
Hey, I proposed to her on the 30th day, and that's what tipped us over into affiliate. I told all my close friends that couldn't make the engagement party to tune in to Twitch, and they're like, okay, but why is it we love hot dogs and there's a cat and like what's going on here? And I was like, long story, I'll catch you up. But yeah, so and I was completely confused, still a little confused on the hype trains, but no, she's seen that the stream is growing, my ratio's good, a follower to subscriber. She sees how happy it makes me, which is huge. She's been with me through the ups and downs now, and yeah, dude, she's ride or die for sure. Couldn't be doing this without her. Super appreciative of her. And dude, yeah, just confirmed my suspicion that she was the one.
Oh, that's awesome.
Whenever she was down to help a 30-year-old start his video game career.
Well, hey, congratulations on the engagement. It does seem like you really found like a good one. So like,
Thank you.
Best
Yeah.
of luck to you all. Have you guys set a date yet?
So we haven't. We actually have a financial goal that we set
Okay.
instead. So whenever we hit that financial goal, and a couple weeks after that, we'll make it happen.
Really smart.
And
Really
so-
smart.
Yeah, dude, we click so perfectly in so many ways. But one thing that I wanted to like make sure will make us good for the future is that we figured out our cash flow and our income. And she's got the entrepreneur spirit too. Like she has her online stores, and she kills it at that. She kills it at farmers markets. I mean, she just graduated college and she's already getting. I mean, she's figuring it out, man. Like she's getting it. She's actually gonna start a merch store for us where we're gonna sell funny hot dog stuff. Like I noticed someone bought bath water on a stream. I don't know what that's about, but we're gonna sell hot dog water.
That's
And
awesome.
if you want to prank someone on stream, we have their shipping information, and you can send them hot dog water. As silly as that is. But, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. Along those lines, so like before I dive into rapid fire, like along those lines, I didn't even ask you, what does your username even mean? Like, do you just love hot dogs that much?
All right, here's confession time. A lot of my viewers don't know this, but my best friend is also my funniest friend. And I called him, I told him my idea, and I was like, yo, I need something that is going to hit branding, it's going to hit funny, it's going to hit, you know, all the marks. And he impulse told me, we love hot dogs, spell it L-U-V. And I have not looked back since. I was like, I kind of like hot dogs. I mean, not going to lie. Costco, shout out to Costco. They got a grass-fed hot dog now that is actually good too. Like it's not trash food. And Marchese makes homemade buns, so it's healthy-ish. But who eats a hot dog for the health part of it? I eat it.
Exactly.
I eat it because it's tasty. And yeah, dude, that was that. And the logo is actually my best friend's cat. Her name's Sadie.
Very cool. Very cool.
And he's gonna keep sending us funny photos over to keep that updated. So
It's awesome.
little shout out to Callaway Loves Corey.
Well, there you go. So you get like the doggos on one side over like the Dustin area, and then you have the kitties over with you. So it all works out.
I was like, dude, cat videos kill it on the internet. Let's sprinkle a little cat into ours, and we'll see where this baby goes.
It's perfect, and that's a great segue. So we're gonna dive into rapid fire questions. 10 questions that can be answered either with a word or a sentence. I'm not gonna pry unless it's very juicy. I may ask some follow-up questions, but we just try to breeze through it pretty quick. So, question 1: what's on the perfect hot dog? What toppings do you put on it?
Yo, I'm gonna go just the old basic ketchup and mustard, baby.
Okay, I can get behind that. I mean, I'm not a mustard guy. I just put ketchup on it. Sometimes a little shredded cheese just to spice it up, you know? Why not?
There you go.
Yeah.
Don't mind that.
Question 2: is there a secret war between hot dog lovers and hamburger lovers?
Well, we know what side I'm on.
Yes.
If there is.
Yes.
It is clear they have a leader on the hot dog side from now on.
If you're ever recruited, like, loop me in just so I know, because I've been on edge thinking about this.
That's funny.
Question 3: so like, and this was because like I've seen like your streams, like obviously like you're in between moving, so like you have a temporary setup going right now, and I saw the cars behind you. So let me ask you, what's the coolest car from a movie or TV show?
Yo, my dream car was always the i8, BMW i8 since Mission Impossible. Oh, rats on my sandwich. I don't remember which one it was. And then I was at a Bob Proctor self-help seminar, and I was like, you know, you can be the best. You can have that house you want. You can have that car you want. And I was kind of killing it at the time, and I looked up, you know, cheapest supercars across the board on Car Gurus, and there it was. I was like, "Yo, they did make the car." I was almost oblivious of the fact, and sure enough, as luck would have it, the best deal on an i8 was 45 minutes away from where I was sitting, and I was like, "Yo, let's go."
Oh man, so was
So
it an
went to the
impulse? Like you're
dealership.
just like, boom, I'm just gonna do this right now.
I was, dude, and like the price I bought it for, I was like, it can't depreciate that much more. Like they lose it after they drive off the lot, like
Yep.
every other car. But this one hit 50% of the retail price, and it only had like 2,000, maybe 5,000 miles on it, and so I was like, man, I'm not gonna lose too bad on this, and you know, gave myself my first birthday present ever. So
That's awesome. Um,
yeah.
what's the last movie you saw in the theater?
Ooh, in the theater. That is a great question.
And I've asked other people
Um,
this, and like it seems like people don't go to the movies as much as I do. Like if
yeah,
there's a good action movie out, I want to see it in IMAX. Like I'll go to the theater for it.
yeah, I totally agree with that. That's a really hard one because my pawpaw is the big movie buff,
Hmm.
and he has macular degeneration, so he's like halfway blind, and he has to use his binoculars. So all of our movie watching, we save and we wait for pawpaw. And I will say it wasn't in a movie theater, but the last one that I saw was Gran Torino with uh,
Clint Eastwood.
West. Yes, Clint Eastwood. And man, God, classic movie. Makes me cry. I've
Yeah,
seen it so many times, and it's just such a beautiful, beautiful film.
it's amazing to seeing like his transition throughout the film as being like this old curmudgeon to like being this
Sacrifice
more
thing, yeah.
accepting, and eventually, yep, what happens at the end then
Like
as well.
the beauty of that like self-sacrifice, just
Yep.
and it hits home.
So besides hot dogs, what's your go-to meal?
Steak, baby.
Oh, there you
I
go.
love steak. I eat it. I've been trying to perfect it. I got a sous vide to get into to the perfect steak. I've got a Traeger to get the smoke on it. Um, but rare way to do it. Air fry works. I lived in an apartment for two
Interesting.
years, and throw that baby in an air fryer with a little oil on the outside. Mwah.
I like within the last year I got an air fryer, and like I'm just gradually exploring. Like I discovered like grilled
Oh,
cheeses are banging in an air
yeah,
fryer.
dude.
So like
They're
gradually
awesome.
expanding. No, what cut of steak do you enjoy the most?
Um, I will say probably the
Okay.
filet, maybe New York strip. Honestly, all of it. I'm a beef guy. All beef hot dogs, big on grass fed,
Yep.
grass finished. I love it. I went vegan for 2 weeks and about lost my mind, and I lived with a guy that the guy that his that cat that did We Love Hot Dogs. He was actually vegan for like 3 or 4 years, and he was doing it right. And still, I was just like, man, there's got to be a give and take here, and yeah, love me a good steak. So does Marquise.
There you go.
We can have steak with a side of steak. She's cool with that.
That's awesome. Do you believe in aliens, ghosts, or Sasquatches, or any of the sort?
Yeah, but more importantly, I think they should believe in themselves.
There's the motivation right there. There you go. Like any ETs out there, like come to We Love Hot Dog stream to get the motivation. There
Yeah,
you go.
come on, good content.
Do you have any pets? Because you brought up like your friend's cat. Do you have
Yeah,
any cat or cats, dogs,
yeah.
whatever?
So I have a Callaway, a TaylorMade, and a Bogey. Big golfer as well. And they're all just little low riders, little mutts. That two of them we saved, and one of them we bought. And you can definitely tell the one that we bought is a little princess
Yeah.
compared to the other two that are just down for everything. But yeah, dude, I super love dogs. I love cats. Um, but we are looking, once we move, we're gonna get a birdie, and it is a toss up whether it's gonna be a golden retriever or it's called like a cream Dachshund or something. It's like
Okay.
a wiener dog golden retriever, a little low rider
Oh,
as
I was
well.
gonna
So
say, like, if you had dachshunds, that would be so on brand.
yeah, dude, no kidding. That's a really good point. That actually might sway us more towards a Dotson.
What's one thing that people do that grinds your gears? Because you're a really positive guy, so there has to be something out there that, for me, like I hate when people don't hold the door for me, or if I hold the door for them, they don't say thank you. That grinds my gears. What about you?
Oh, grinds my gears. That is a great question. Um, I'll have to go with this is bad. Pitiful people.
Okay.
People that keep their self-talk down and
Mm-hmm.
like just everything's just not never good enough. You know the type, just the negative Nancy's. Life's too beautiful for you to be acting like that. We've been given such a blessing to be able to be alive during this time, especially
Yep.
like, geez Louise, you can order Outback Steakhouse to your house. Come on.
What a time to be
And
alive.
yeah, like come on. We got DoorDash. Why are you complaining, man? No, but for real, I mean like life's so beautiful and like you can do so much with it and bring so much joy to other people. And if you're just moping around, going through life, doing bare minimum things and like just low energy, get that away from me, man. Like I wish the best to you and if you want to change it, I'm all here for you. I will be the first in line to help you change. But like just pitiful people, self-pitiful people. I mean, people that got dealt a bad hand. I'm more likely to help work through all that kind of stuff. But like the rich, the miserable billionaire that's out there, you're just like, dude, this world's yours, and you're still acting like
Yeah.
this. Come on, man.
I mean, that's a wonderful approach to take. Like, it's a friendly reminder that, each day is a gift.
Right.
That's a great perspective.
Yeah, 250,000 people died last night, and you weren't one of them. Let's just
Yeah,
celebrate
yeah,
that. Come on.
that's. I mean, that's an outstanding point too. That's an outstanding
Yeah.
point. So I'm a big music buff. Like obviously from
Nice.
my stream, like I'm primarily more of like the rock side of
Yeah.
things. But like overall, what's your favorite band or artist? Doesn't have to be rock. Give me whatever you want.
I went through. So I used to train for World Long Drive, and I found like this playlist that makes me just want to run through walls. It's by Apache. It's like a real like rock, EDM, house. Not even that. It's just like dubby wubby that just can get me like,
Yep, get
yo,
you
I
fired
am,
up.
let's go type of music. And so I like that. I really like, everyone says, well, I like all music. I like all music except I can't do screamo. And I don't like sad country songs,
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
even though I'm guilty for sometimes listening to them.
fair enough. Uh, so much to unpack there. So, like, you don't need Lotus's like pre-workout. Like, all you need is that playlist. You're good to go.
Oh yeah, dude. 3 minutes before I go on stream, I'm in a mirror, get my groove on to I look like Bank. I don't remember the song name. It's always just automatic on my YouTube Music, but I'm in the other room just getting groovy with it. Like, all right, these people want entertainment. We're gonna bring it to them. Yes, sir. We're getting it. And so I use music to hype me up.
Yeah.
It's a good instrument for that. If you're ever on a long car ride, throw on some Cascada or some house music and just let loose, baby.
It's
Whenever you
awesome.
get sleepy.
Cascada, like I actually remember like there was that one song that was just like huge in the 2000s. Like
Yeah.
any like pops like station that you listen to, it was bound to hear it every like hour. And I think I
Yeah.
do have it on like in my Apple Music like catalog right now too. So
Yeah, it's not coming to mind, but and
I
Cascada even in my favorite. I'm trying to think what I really listen to. Troy.
oh no, you froze. Like I can't hear your recommendations. You'll come back soon. You always do. You always come back. There it is.
I downloaded or not downloaded, but I subscribed to Epidemic Sounds
Yep.
with the non-copyrighted, and
Yep.
they've got fire, man. Like you go through the trending stuff and like there's fire there. My favorite one is Monsters. It's kind of like a song about a come up without a sponsor, and doing it how you want to that way and everything like that. I'm like, yeah, baby, that's me right now. Like, so
Like I subscribe to Epidemic as well. Like my like all the stuff in my intro and that is like all Epidemic stuff and like that throughout the
which is
stream.
phenomenal, by the way, dude. Your intro, A plus.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Golly, yeah, the cameos with all of them, like that is so cool.
Yeah,
man. I'm so excited to. I have a couple famous friends that I'm like, yo, you got to do this for me, please.
Yep.
But
No, that's really cool. And we didn't even touch on that, but like we're almost out of time. But like I want to, the last rapid fire, and I ask this of everyone. And I think it's very important that I ask this, and then that we continue like the dialogue about this. But give a shout out to someone in the community, like preferably not someone who's like as well known as like me or Carlton or Fred or whoever, but like someone who may be like busting their butt, whether it's in leagues or whatever, or just being a positive voice for you.
okay, two people. First off, Chapo has been very helpful. He's setting up my schedule, getting in, making sure I'm not going into any EA creator times, as well as sending in my analytics so he can compare that. He's been going above and beyond. Okay, I gotta say three. I'm so sorry. The next one is Philly Dogs. Anytime anyone mentions anything about the Discord, he's sitting the link, bam, 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 in the chat, doing super good job there. And then last but not least is definitely this guy named Lost Soul. He's out of Florida. He was like my second or third follower ever, and every time I would get done, he would send me what I did good, what I did bad, and always something encouraging at the end, and it pushed me into the fire more every time. And you know what's even cooler is now he's not much in the community anymore because he's going to night school and getting his life together. Like my whole like behind the scenes things is I want to motivate people and bring joy into their life and show them how to live a better life, and Lost Soul is taking it and run. So shout out to Lost Soul. Super proud of you, man.
That's really cool. Like sometimes like you'll see as like you are on Twitch longer, sometimes you lose track of people, and like there's so many people that at times like you feel almost guilty that like you like haven't heard from that person in a while and that you haven't checked in on them. It's nice to know that like someone like that, exactly what's going on. Like always keep tabs on the people that you lose touch with, because you never know what they're going through. In this case, it's definitely a positive for him.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm so super proud of him, and like he's like kind of apologizing, like sorry I haven't been on stream anymore. He was my first moderator, and he was my hydration coordinator, is what we called him. So whenever I would start mumbling, he would be like, "All right, buddy, drink." And so, dude. With that being said, whenever I make it big and get that big first paycheck, me and La Soul are gonna finally meet on vacation, baby.
That's awesome. Hey, he's in Florida, you're in Texas. What better way, like somewhere in between. Exactly, perfect. Hey, thank you so much for your time. This was very enlightening. Greatly appreciate everything that you've been doing. So much.
Yeah, dude, appreciate you not only for the interview, but all the behind-the-scenes stuff that no one got to see, where it was helping me with the schedule. Any questions I've had, man, you've been so supportive, and I can't thank you enough for everything that you've done for me.
Definitely. Like, I love what you're doing. Like, I love the vibe. So, like, whenever I can, like, I'm there. So.
All right, baby.
Cool. Thank you, and we'll talk soon.
All right. See you, man.
That was We Love Hot Dogs. Now, a quick message.